It's time for Outdoors with Jason Smith.
Fat, healthy largemouth right there. Woo! Look at this red here. How about that? We saw this treetop and I said, man, we're going to catch one right there. It's another nice stuffed trout here early this morning under the birds along the causeway. This is a local outdoor show, but our local area is very diverse. I mean, you have the hills in Clark County to the beaches of Dauphin Island, and then you have offshore fishing and snapper fishing, and then you have fishing on the Delta and the causeway or out at a reservoir like Big Creek Lake or ponds or lakes. And that's one of the things we really tried to do with this particular outdoor show is do something different each week.
Bait fishing, didn't I say there was going to be a fish there? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look at this! Oh my goodness! How about that? Look at this one. Oh!
Definitely one of the questions that we get a lot, how do y'all catch so many fish? Well, we make it look good because I have bad days fishing, bad days on the water, bad days out hunting just like everybody else, but we just put in the hours and keep filming until we put together a compelling product. We usually see an east wind a day or two after a cold front passes through the area. We always sit down, I sit down with my photographer, and we look at the weather and figure out what's going on that day, what direction is the wind blowing from, what direction, how big are the seas that particular day, what's our best bet to be successful, and we use the weather to our advantage to have, to take advantage of the opportunities. And we can't afford to go out and shoot 4 or 5 days to get one show. We really need to get that thing shot the first day. From the Delta to the Bay to the Gulf, there's a lot happening at the estuarium. Visitors and students can see firsthand how the rivers and bays interact. As far as this show too, we didn't want to get stuck on one topic like hunting or just fishing. We also wanted to put some kids' activities out there, go to some of the nature centers, talk about canoeing, kayaking, anything outdoors. This is sort of an everyman's outdoor show. I don't have a fancy boat. I haven't fished out of fancy boats much. We go out with guides. We go out with other people. Sometimes we use nice boats. It's just a variety. We try and cover it all here across the Gulf Coast. Bass fishing, there are a lot of different ways to catch bass, and there are a lot of different types and bodies of water that you can catch bass in. And my favorite is to float a stream in a canoe and fish for spotted bass. They fight hard in the current, and they love small lures, and you can catch them on light tackle. One of the deals about fishing in current is it's very important to have that bait working naturally along as if it's drifting with the current or working downstream with the current. So you want to actually cast upstream and watch that bait work back down. The first spot we were working a worm down along a section where we had a steep drop off and a ledge, and of course there were spotted bass in that particular area.
There he is. Nice fish. Good little spotted bass. They fight hard in the current. Really pull. That's a good spot to find one too. Let's see if I can get this fish in here. Okay, this spotted bass here, first fish of the day, hit a little black finesse worm, 4-inch finesse worm. And how do you tell a spotted bass? What's the difference between a spotted bass and a largemouth? Well, a spotted bass has a real distinct vertical line all the way down to its tail. Also, when you open his mouth, you can feel on the tongue, if you rub your finger across the tongue, it'll feel like sandpaper, little tiny teeth on the tongue. Largemouth have a smooth tongue, spotted bass have a rough tongue. That's how you can tell the difference. It's a pretty good fish. He's about a pound. They're really scrappy fighters in the current. Another thing we did this year on Outdoors is to go out to a pond that was stocked with these tiger bass. If you haven't done this, you can find a local lake, get access to one of these private lakes that's stocked with these things. They are some hard fighting fish and they grow really fast. There were several fish. It happened continually throughout the day. We'd throw the fluke out there up next to a brush top or a little piece of wood structure, and I'd get a stripe. Did you see that? Did you see that? But the fish would just hit the bait and he wouldn't take it. And almost every time I'd throw it right back in there, and the second time the fish would slam the bait and I would hook up. I mean, it's crazy. That second presentation was money. Oh man, he came back. You knew he was going to hit it again, dude. Huh? You knew he was going to do it. You ain't gonna deny me. Look at that mammoth bass. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Look at this big old beast here. Oh, man. Whoa! All right. Man, this is the best time of the year to go out and bass fish. And this fish is so healthy. Look at that fish. Fantastic. And he clobbered this bait. Look at that nice, healthy largemouth right there. We saw this treetop and I said, man, we're going to catch one right there.